This audio reading is from the book John Ploughman's Pictures by Charles Spurgeon. Our selected reading is chapter 6. All are not hunters that blow the horn. He does not look much like a hunter. Nimrod would never own him. But how he blows! Goodness gracious, what a row! As the linnet said when he heard a donkey singing his evening hymn, there's more goes to ploughing than knowing how to whistle, and hunting is not all tally-ho and horn-blowing. Appearances are deceitful. Outward show is not everything. All are not butchers that carry a steel, and all are not bishops that wear aprons. You must not buy goods by the label, for I have heard that the finer the trademark, the worse the article. Never have we seen more horn or less hunter than in our picture. Blow away, my hearty, till your toes look out of your boots. There's no fear of your killing either fox or stag. Now, the more people blow, the more they may. But he is a fool who believes all they say. As a rule, the smallest boy carries the biggest fiddle, and he who makes most boast has least roast. He who has least wisdom has most vanity. John Lackland is wonderfully fond of being called Esquire, and there's none so pleased at being dubbed a doctor as the man who least deserves it. Many a D is fiddle-dee-dee. I have heard say, always talk big and somebody will think you great, but my old friend Will Shepherd says, save your wind for running up a hill, and don't give us big words off a weak stomach. Look, said he once to me, there's Solomon Bragg's holding up his head like a hen drinking water, but there's nothing in it. With him it's much din and little done. Of all speculations the market holds forth. The best that I know for a lover of pelf were to buy up this Braggs at the price he is worth, and sell him at that which he sets on himself. Before honour is humility, but a prating fool shall fall, and when he falls, very few will be in a hurry to pick him up. A long tongue generally goes with a short hand. We are most of us better at saying than doing. We can all tattle away from the battle, but many fly when the fight is nigh. Some are all sound and fury, and when they have bragged their brag all is over, and amen. The fat Dutchman was the wisest pilot in Flushing, only he never went to sea, and the Irishman was the finest rider in Connaught, only he would never trust himself on a horse, because, as he said, he generally fell off before he got on. A bachelor's wife is always well managed, and old maids always bring up their children in prime style. We think we can do what we are not called to, and if by chance the thing falls to our lot, we do worse than those we blamed. Hence it is wise to be slow in foretelling what we will do, for thus saith the proverb of the wise, who boasteth least tells fewest lies. There is another old rhyme which is as full of reason as a pod is full of peas. Little money as soon as spended, fewest words as soon as mended. Of course every potter praises his own pot, and we can all toot a little on our own trumpet, but some blow as if nobody ever had a horn but themselves. After me the flood, says the mighty big man, and whether it be so or no, we have floods enough while he lives. I mean floods of words, enough to drown all your senses. Oh, that the man had a mouth big enough to say all he has to say at one go and have done with it, but then one had need get to the other end of the world till his talk had run itself dry. Oh, for a quiet hayloft, or a sawpit, or a dungeon, where the sound of the jawbone would no more be heard. They say a brain is worth little if you have not a tongue, but what is a tongue worth without a brain? Bellowing is all very well, but the cow for me is that which fills the pail. A braying ass eats little hay, and that's a saving in fodder, but a barking dog catches no game, and that's a loss to the owner. Noise is no profit, and talk hinders work. When a man's song is in his praise, let the hymn be short metre, and let the tune be in the minor key. He who talks for ever about himself has a foolish subject, and is likely to worry and weary all around him. Good wine needs no bush, and a man who can do well seldom boasts about it. The emptiest tub makes the loudest noise. Those who give themselves out to be fine shots kill very few birds, and many a crack ploughman does a shorter day's work than plain John, though he is nothing off the common. And so, on the whole, it is pretty clear that the best huntsmen are not those who are for everlastingly blowing the horn. This concludes Chapter 6. Thank you for listening.